Hi, I'm Spencer.
Hi, I'm Adonai.
In this video we will show you Necron and Tau tacticas going head to head with their individual army lists.
Later on we're going to publish a video showcasing a battle report using these tacticas and army lists.
Now stay updated because we will post different army tacticas, painting tutorials, and battle reports. So subscribe and we'll see you on the battlefield.
So we're going to start off with my army first, the Tau Empire. I love the Tau. Right off the bat, some generalizations. They have amazing range. For example, the basic standard pulse rifle for Fire Warrior, the troop, is 30. That means at the very beginning of the game, before any movement is done, his warriors are already in range. In fact, I checked, there's nothing that is not in range. His immortals, his wraiths and lord, warriors, tomb spiders, other squadron of warriors. This fire squad can shoot at his destroyers. Same with these. Shoot at his pariahs and heavy destroyers. Use that to your advantage. One of the disadvantages of Tau is close combat. If they get in close combat, they will most likely lose. It has happened to me every time. So the way that I would arrange my army list normally is have a bulk of troop, just mainly because they have really good weapons, the strength 5 pulse rifles, 30-inch range, rapid fire, which I find beautiful because you want to rapid fire. If a unit is close and you know they're gonna assault you, you would rather rapid fire than just assault because the Tau are gonna lose in close combat anyways. And not to mention the broadside, it's incredible. I mean, supreme firepower. Strength 10 AP1 weapon. It is the strongest weapon in Warhammer 40,000 until you get into Apocalypse, which is insane. Just that alone dominates the whole battlefield. If anything is in range that's high profile, I will take out with this, for sure. Strength 10 AP1, enough said. Half of my army is over here. Another benefit of the Tau army is mobility. So the way I would apply my army against the Necrons, I'll have a double fish with Pathfinders. I mainly use these to target his destroyers, wound, hopefully pin, and later drop a secret missile on them. Hopefully that'll take out 2 at least, 3, 4 at best. It's happened pretty much every time. I have Pathfinders just to take out destroyers. The sniper team is to take out any high profile target like his immortals. Strength 6, AP3, beautiful, has a spotter with a market light. The fire warriors are mainly to just take up points and bulk up my army, make it nice and outnumber him. They also have strength 5 weapons standard, which I find amazing because they'll wound on pretty much anything on 3 or better. Broadside, again, is to take out anything that I really don't want on the board, like his destroyers. Strength 9, AP2. My broadside is strength 10, AP1. Beautiful. Anything it wounds, it will destroy. And my Kroot. Kroot, for the Tau specifically, are to tie up units and slow them down. Once you've done that, you're going to move in your Fire Warriors, and after the enemy unit consolidates, they should be in rapid fire range of 2, at least 1, if not 2 at best, to rapid fire into them and completely kill off that unit. Now we have my HQs over here. There are 3 heliosuits. Heliosuits have fusion blaster, plasma rifle, and targeting arrays, and they all have multi-trackers. You want the multi-trackers because that'll get the best hardwire multi-trackers. That'll get the best out of each suit. They are mainly for immortals and his wraith and Necron Lord Destroyer squad. That's specifically what this HQ of Helios does. These gun drones, I'll send out. I usually outflank them, or no, deep strike to annoy his immortals and pariah. Slow down his pariah so my crew can get to them first. Once my crew are done with them, if they kill them off, then my crew will move on to something else. Until eventually I just simply push my whole army and overwhelm him with firepower.
Okay, this is 1600 points of Necrons on the board. I run a phalanx like most users do, but I use it in a particular way in general for most armies and for particular reasons. One, Necrons aren't that maneuverable unless you have a monolith on the board. So to protect my phalanx from any outflanking or deep striking, I put my fast attacks or anything jet bikes on the edges so I can move them out of the way or transport them to the other side of the board if they need help or they're not being used. Also, in my main phalanx, I have my Necron warriors. I have 14 in this group, 12 in this, so I have a good number. I try to keep it large, not too large, but enough so I have a comfortable phase-out number. Also, I have a lot of firepower here, so if an army wants to assault, they're going to have to mess with my 2 tomb spiders. Now, if I roll, usually I don't keep them out in the open, or I roll scarab swarms for them. If not, I keep them right behind their squads as they move forward. Now, I also have my 2 really nice close combat, which is my Necron Destroyer Lord, and over here I have 5 Pariah. So on each side of the board I have 2 great close combat units. Also, I have my heavy destroyers. I only have 2. I use these for any targets I want dead and to have an effect on the instant death rule, and anything with saves of 2. I want my AP2s there. And then I have any AP4 assaulting weapons I have on my Pariah and on my Immortals. Both assaulting, moving up, and giving me a lot of firepower on the board. And keeping this in mind when fighting a Tau army, all of your AP4s will not allow his fire warriors to get armor saves. Okay, when I'm assaulting, I have, again, my fast attack squad here. Same principle as I was talking about before for outflanking. I can get him to his objective fast, all accompanied with jet bikes. Now, normally, even though a Necron Destroyer Lord, toughness 6, 3 wounds, I have him decked out with a Necromatron, Destroyer Body, of course, a War Scythe, Phase Shifter, and Gaze of Flame. And I have him accompanied with 3 Wraiths for basically 2 reasons. Wraiths aren't that great by themselves, and when riding with a Necron Destroyer Lord, when he's moving by, he's guaranteed an invulnerable save of 3, and he has 3 invulnerable saves of 3 to rest on while he's moving along the board. And also, a lot of people like using the Necron Destroyer Lord for vehicles. With the Wraith's strength of 6, they can do penetrating on a hit of 6 against most vehicles with the back armor of 10. And also, just because they can't be too maneuverable, and one thing I do not like giving my opponent the opportunity to save their guys. So I have the War Scythes, and on each side of the board, pretty much having their wide range, I have pretty much the whole board dictated in a way. No armor saves or invulnerable saves with any of my War Scythes. Now, specifically with Tau, like I said, my invulnerable saves of 4, or my AP of 4 in my Immortals, my Pariah, and my Destroyers will not allow any armor save whatsoever on the troops. If I get rid of the troops, my phalanx is safe. Really, when I'm using this, against any army, especially Tau, nothing is defensive. It's all offensive. I'm moving everything forward. I have nothing to be afraid of. Usually in the first round, only 4 destroyers can take out or only leave 3 troops in an entire squad. So as my warriors move up, I usually find myself bringing one troop this way and the other this way. So I have one nice big close combat battle on this side of the board and another nice one right here.